what it do, what it does, so you ain't never gotta guess what it was. I'm your host, SaintBeBoomin, and this is another episode of Hip Hop C4. Yeah, and guys, you already know we back at it again for another video. Now, on this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kanye West and his rollout and how it was wrong. We see you trying to go ahead and make a play, Kanye, but we're gonna go ahead and break that down today. Now, on that video, we seen he had an interview with Justin LaBoy, primetime meat glazing, but I see what you're trying to go ahead and do. You're trying to keep yourself relevant. You're trying to keep yourself in the news and whatnot. And hey, I got some notes. You already know what time it is. So, with that being said, Kanye West had this interview with Justin LaBoy, and basically he just had some battery accusations because a man essayed his wife. But Kanye West be doing the wildest things. He have his wife walking around with see-through clothing on. She's, visible to the naked eye. Everybody can see everything. So somebody tried his wife and he had to go ahead and put pause on him. Justified. But you can't have her out there looking like that, looking crazy or whatever. It is what it is. But he talks about getting aligned with Metro Boomin and Future. This is the most interesting part. The reason why it's interesting is because he said something to the fact of eliminating Drake. And he said everyone was happy to eliminate Drake. Now, I have another video coming called Red Button Theories, but y'all gonna get that one real soon. Basically, he said that he had to align himself with Metro Boomin and Future. They met outside the country. They got in contact with him. He was doing this thing. He wanted the beat. He flipped the beat. And multiple other things like that. It was sloppy because I don't think that they should align themselves with Kanye West because he does everything to his own beat of his drum and he's unpredictable. The original version that he had of the remix of Like That, and I told you guys on my reaction of it, yeah, it sounded fly, but it sounded unfinished. And it still sounds unfinished to this day. But word around town was he had shots going at K Dot on the original Like That remix. So he was aiming at K Dot and he was aiming at Drake. All because he wanted a piece of that talk. He wanted to be the topic of conversation. Then, on the latest Joe Budden podcast, they said that not only did he reach out to Joe Budden to give him the verse or the track before it came out, he also reached out to Adam 22. And that's why Adam 22 had the verse or had the track. You know what I'm saying? And was bragging that he had to Like That remix. We're going to go ahead and move forward. Then we're moving forward. They talk about Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange is the CEO of Universal Music Group. UMG, who Drake is signed to for that $400 million deal. Now, he speaks in the remix about him signing away his masters to Lucian, and then made a play as in Lucian sounding like Lucifer. Now, I'm peeping all of this in this interview, and it's always staged. Justin LaBoy is glazing as usual, but yeah, he set this up with the optics to make Lucian sound like a devil or whatever, and like Drake sold his soul. Potential, right? But then you got to look at the optics. He's calling himself God all through the interview, and he's dressed in all white. trying to present himself as an angel, or you know what I'm saying, as something that can be trusted as well. I see what you're doing, Kanye, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So instead of sending them shots at K Dot on that remix, that remix, you sent them shots at J. Cole. Now, all right, I understand J. Cole is a punching bag, but if he fire you up, don't be mad at it. Because like I said, you entered this beef on your own accord. Now, there's a couple other things that we got to go ahead and get off into as well. Kanye West is independent. And Kanye West being independent, when he dropped the Vultures album, it went number one. It had a lot of success. Carnival also did a lot of numbers. It was also a success as well. Kanye West was hating on Drake for signing that deal, and he said in that song that he kind of feel bad for Drake, you know. And then in this interview as well, he was saying how Lucian Grange is Drake's baby daddy, and how Lucian does all of these things for Drake, and how he has an unlimited source of money. And Kanye even brags about how he made the most money in the music game so far and whatnot. These things are wild to me, because at once upon a time, Kanye was that dude. Kanye did change the guards when he went up against 50 Cent and did the graduation versus Before I Self Destruct album. That was a monumental moment in hip hop. And now you sound like you're the dude that's hating. Now, the biggest deal that was ever inked was Drake's $400 million deal. But before that, in 2010, after Michael Jackson died, uh, Michael Jackson's estate signed a $250 million deal with Sony that went to his estate after his death. So that was one of the biggest deals in history that was ever made in the music industry. So now Kanye West is hating on that as well. All in all, basically, it's like Kanye West called this man's deal a supersized 360 deal, which it may look like that because Drake is doing a lot of tours. He's doing a lot of features with other artists and stuff like that, and not even staying in the rap genre. He's doing dancehall music. He's doing all these other things and all these other ventures. But man, they're making that man work for that money. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: no rapper wants to stay on tour or keeps touring. Touring takes a lot out of you, so he definitely had to rest. But if you ask me, I see what you was trying to go ahead and do. All in all, wrap up this into saying that Vultures 2 was dropping on May the 3rd. You even got me talking about it right now, and like I said, trying to go ahead and put your narrative out there with the assault allegations on the man who SA'd your wife. That's fine and all. I was talking to my homeboy about this as well. He said sometimes you got to just let Kanye do Kanye. And I guess if it's going to work for the numbers, then let it work for the numbers. But you're not slick, Kanye. And like I said, you put yourself in the middle of this, and guess what? It's not over. You was talking real big and bad on the remix or whatever, and everybody knew that y'all didn't like each other, and you was trying to sabotage Drake since the very beginning. You gave that boy that distorted beat on Find Your Love, but that's neither here nor there. But it just sounds like a lot of hate, and it's the trend to kick Drake while he's down, and we love it from the hip hop perspective to see this man fight it out. But you know it just looked like some real hater stuff that you just gonna align with the enemies. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I get it. There's still more to watch out about this, but Kanye, we saw the play, and you not slick. And I don't even think Vulture's gonna come out on May 3rd. Also, man, you had a lot to say about people not liking your clothing apparel as well. Man, like I said, if you're in a bigger league or better league than them as well, then why are you worried about it? You mentioned Kai Cenat, you mentioned Lil Durk, you saying that these people are playing with your name. Look, listen, you play with people just as much as they play with you. So all is fair. Now we do respect your genius. I love the beat of that, like that remix, because man, can't nobody do what you did. You know what I'm saying, as far as production. But at the same time, Drake said on that unfinished version of Push Ups, you a lot of y'all peeking out and gonna get y'all head tapped. Don't think because he got his eye on Kendrick Lamar that he won't go ahead still take your top off too. Because at once upon a time, you was ducking the smoke from Drake when he was trying to give you all of the smoke on Certified Lover Boy. 7 a.m. Bridal Path was one of them flamers, bro. And he had your number and you did not want no piece of it. And then, like I said, I still think that it's corny that you're gonna say, man, we got you K Dot on the beginning of that, like that remix. But then you sat up there and had disses for him in the original. Your whole movement is sloppy right now. You need to clean that up. But hey, these are just a few thoughts of mine. And I just wanted to come on and debunk that um that whole little interview because man, sometimes, like I said, you letting Kanye just talk to be talking, it's not good for all optics. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Tell me, does Kanye West rollout for this interview look sloppy? Was it well put together, or was it a whole bunch of meat glazing and de-riding in this whole situation? Guys, I am your host, SaintBeBoomin. Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel for more in-depth conversations, and I got another video coming as well. Get at me. I'm gone. Peace.